Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into Garden of Good and Evil. Jumping in at turn 55. So I've already played this turn, and it is a turn of high carnage. So first we have a Dire Portent. This is... well, let's see. We'll find out. I think that is Well of Misery, going up by Scelaria. He had told me in offline that he'd be doing that. So it replaced... Mother Oak. I would have rather it taken Maelstrom out, but we can live with that. In other news, we have done our Arouse Hunger battle, and my ghouls all died off. Let's watch that. We can kind of check his scripting here, too. So we got Power of the Spheres, and if we look at it... there's guys behind a hill. Yeah, he probably was gonna Magic Duel. That's why he had two, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he can't Magic Duel ghouls, but these guys are gonna get absolutely wrecked. Oh, we burnt a lot of these water elementals too. So look at all the gems we burnt here. That was really good. We burnt some gems. We site searched, didn't find anything. We had 2 assassination attempts. This one, I finally had an assassination attempt that worked. So let's see what happened here. So I have 4 lictors, that's a lot. And they killed them. Are they blessed yet? Yeah, they're blessed. Let's actually watch that again. Let's see what turn I bless them. I'll probably bless them turn 2 maybe? Okay. Oh, so I turn 1 blessing. I don't know why sometimes the AI does that. So yeah, when I get 4 lictors and I turn 1 blessed, they're gonna get wrecked. But, okay, so that's this one. Then the next time, let's look. 1 lictor. And I decide Unholy Protection is a good thing to cast. I'm not sure why. And then Unholy Power, that's really smart. It's really frustrating. It's so hard to counter this. I kind of have been... I've tried so hard, it's just so hard to come up with a counter. I mean, I think everybody else is equally frustrated trying to fight my army, but... yeah. So I think it's fair that they're frustrated and I'm frustrated. But these assassins are so strong. Like, they're... is broken as MA-Ermor is, these guys are maybe just as broke. Okay, they're probably not, but they're pretty broken. And then there's this battle, and what you can see is going to happen is all my mindless units are just going to disappear. Right? So there go a bunch of them disappearing. My lictors, fortunately, are going to run. Now, the frustrating thing is, how did they even get here? Because I've been patrolling this province every turn with 100, 200 dudes. We also had a big battle here, so this is the Rlyeh army that did attack. We can see what's going to happen now this time. Okay, so this Mage of Spring has a Crystal Matrix, which means it can join in the Communion. And as you are about to see, it is going to cause some major problems. Okay, so we had a few things just happen. We had Fog Warriors go up. We also had Solar Brilliance come out. So this destroys the retinas of all soldiers on the battlefield, so it will take out eyes and blind people. And it will burn undead and demonic units. So it's very strong, very good against me. Anti-magic went up so that he's much more resistant to Blood Vengeance. And we have Light of the Northern Star, so all his mages are higher in Astral. But what did happen though was it basically took all of his dudes and turned them into Reverence. And they're gonna die in not too long. They're probably already at they're at 200 fatigue. So they're going to be dying in a turn or two. So this is the point where he's actually not that unevenly matched. Being able to drop Mist Fog Warriors, where all his guys are Mist formed, and being able to put up Solar Brilliance. I mean, he's doing all the right things. I do have a particularly large army, and I do have Power of the Sepulchre up, so that all my units have higher attack skill, but in this case, this guy's blind. So if we look at one of these dudes, I do have the higher attack skill, and I do have the higher move points. But it just is going to take a really long time without any mage support, which I can't bring, to chew through all these misformed units. I mean, I'll do it, and especially with life after death up. So he's got a wall that can hold for a really long time. And I'm going to kind of skip through this, because this is a really long battle. Basically, a lot of his mage support has kind of died off. And now they're kind of fleeing. The greater othernesses are kind of causing some trouble. They're gonna die quite soon. How many hit points do they have? Yeah, they should die soon. Okay, the lictors come in. So, I took a lot of losses there. If we look at the battle report, I believe it's this one. He lost 8 Star Children, not that many. A lot of them retreated, most of his Star Spawn retreated. I lost about half of my Knights, and I didn't lose any Lictors, fortunately. And then I have the Lictors here that retreated out of this province, because... Yeah, this is the thing I don't understand. The assassins are everywhere. I've been patrolling this province, so they snuck by and got here. Now, after this battle, Ryleh's army, they retreated, right? So a bunch of the mages retreated here. That's why there's a bunch of Star Children. And there's also a couple Star Spawn here. The second province they retreated to is here, where I think there's only 1 Star Spawn. So I need to kill these guys. Now, the problem is that they can attack either this province or this province, which he will do. And he's almost definitely going to attack this province, not this one. So he's going to attack one of these provinces, and then what's going to happen is he's going to have the retreat order. And so as long as there is a troop, as long as he has a bordering province that's his, he can jump and retreat out of it. So it's going to be a little tricky. I don't necessarily have an answer to it yet. I don't have enough commanders here. And I don't have enough troops. I took too many losses that battle. So it's going to be really tricky. We also had a message come from Rlyeh saying, "Let it be known that Scelaria has broken his ties with the living and sided with MA-Ermor. MA-Ermor is stronger than ever before. While we push him back, his undead hordes swarm Agartha in an extent to grab the thrones and castles residing there. If this should happen, it would take long years to root them out, and it would be almost impossible for someone else to take the thrones of Ascension. We implore the noble, undead birdmen of Nazca and the slimy vine creatures of Asphodel to attack with everything they have while MA-Ermor is engaged in the caves. Take his lands, thrones, and magical sites to stop the undead from getting a foothold. They need to drag this conflict out until the end of time." So... Rlyeh has more than half the map. I'm probably the second biggest. But Rlyeh has 4 globals. So... It looks like Nazca's coming back in. He's moved his big army down like he's going to attack. And look, people are going to do what they're going to do. And it makes sense for people to attack me, but it doesn't make sense for them to not attack Rlyeh. Because as soon as I start crumbling, Ryleh's just going to run all over them. But he's kind of winning in the rhetoric war, which it's really hard to win as MA-Ermor. So what I think will probably happen is this guy will probably come down here, but I'm not sure. What I can do too is to hell with, well, I don't know. I don't have any... Yeah, I probably need that. So I've got an army coming down here. It's not that big. This army would lose to that. So what I probably have to do is double down and bring this guy back. I don't want to do that, but I think I have to. Meanwhile, we're going to take this province. I would love to have this army go down, but I can't with Asphodel here. I don't know where Asphodel is going to go. What I'm going to do this turn is just kind of hold and wait, and I'm going to reanimate lictors with this army. And site search here. And that way I can defend either of these provinces when he decides to take it, which I think is mostly inevitable at this point. What else can I do? The big thing is going to be trying to kill all these mages. So the stealthy dudes may sneak, so I need people to patrol, right? So all the Star Children are going to sneak their way out. And then they're going to be on a retreat order if I find them. They're going to be hard to kill. And everybody's probably going to move in this province. So these guys are in a pickle, because these are my only people who can attack this province here. Which has a star spawn, so it won't be super easy to kill. So what can I do? The other thing is he very well may move a vastness here, because he wants to protect the retreat route. So there's enough troops here where they can communion up, and I kind of have to send a sizable force, I think. Maybe I'd do it this way. Maybe I could do a small... I think it's very... I had this dude patrolling. Now that I'm looking at it, I think it's very unlikely that... I think it's very unlikely he defends. I think it's very unlikely he attacks here, but he could. Hard to know. Hard to know. I really need to get this province. The problem is I cannot both patrol, which I'll need to get the Star Children. And attack here. I'm kind of in a predicament. I don't have enough troops. So, the thought was that these two guys are going to patrol. They'll catch a Star Children. Or a Star Child. This guy will go here. Maybe what I can do... Actually, this is probably what I should do. He's got 6 health. I can take 6 of my dudes. I can put them here. I can put them on a line formation right here. And I can put them on hold and attack. And this guy is going to be on Unholy Blessing, Unholy Blessing. Okay. Now this dude can probably take this out if I also have going with him some decent troops to kind of hold the line. So if I do something like this, sparse line right here, and these guys are on hold and attack. I think the combination, I think these guys patrolling, I think these guys attacking, this guy's gonna site search. I haven't death searched this site yet. Do I have anybody else who can... Okay, this guy's moving. I probably have too many. I can probably put more up here. This dude's patrolling. He's got his bodyguards, but he's going to be doing the blessing. And then he'll do Power of the Sepulchre. And then Protection. Have to change the scripting up a little bit. Okay. So that's the idea. I have a pretty good shot at taking this province out. If he moves a vastness in, I'm going to lose 6 knights and a priest, which is okay. And I actually have a small but possible shot of killing the vastness. The only problem, oh, I didn't think about this, is I don't have, so I have 13, he can hold 25. Oh, how many undead? 15. So he can hold 2 more. He's gonna need some ghouls to guard him. He's gonna need more than that. So what I'm gonna do is give him 2 more ghouls. Maybe I give him all the ghouls. So, well, not all. I'm gonna have 2 guys up here. I kinda need 3. Put these in a box. They'll hold an attack. The ghouls are gonna sit back here. They're gonna guard commander. And actually what I probably should do is put the ghouls even farther away. So I think this is the best move. The other thing that happened, I'll go back to my events. We had a battle here. So let's go to this province. This was... So I did my arouse hunger to try to burn gems. I think I showed that. That worked. I then sent in my artillery, right? So my artillery were my Lamashta summoners. And this, unfortunately, worked and did not work. This is the craziness that comes with summoning these guys. So I did Horror Mark, which worked. So I Horror Marked that dude, but now that dude's dead. Now the problem is, now that he's dead, the Lamashtas may attack my dudes, which actually just happened. So he killed this dude, my Dusk Elder, and then my other dudes ran. Now I have enough Lamashtas where we should kill these dudes. I was going to be really upset if he ran. So the problem, though, is 2 things. One, that even though I had boots on, I died when I retreated. So what the hell? If I have mountain survival, this should be an open path for me. So why did I die when I retreated with mountain survival? So that's really annoying. So that was 20 gold down the... I mean, 20 death gems down the drain. And then I got really unlucky, and my other dude died to Lamashtas. But apparently it wouldn't have mattered because you can't retreat with mountain survival, even though you walked in there with it. So I hate this province. I hate having my capital next to it. I hate the throne that's in there. I hate everything about this province. I wish I had forted it earlier. I wish I could go back in time and fort it. I would do all sorts of crazy, horrible things to be able to fort that province. So, super frustrating. He's seen my Lamashta card now, so I wasted... If you look at... I lost 60 death gems this turn. I'm only making 20. So this was the turn I made 20 death gems, I lost 60. 1 from the Archbishop who got assassinated, and over 40 really from this here, with taking into account the death gems. So, but I didn't want him to get a fort, because as soon as he gets a fort up in this province, I can no longer ever take it back. What I can do... and I looked at this. When I get Conjuration 6, I will have Contact Hill Giant, which is quite useful. These guys are size 6, so they'll be decent counters to the assassins that ail me. Particularly, I'm thinking maybe I Gift of Reason, which I can cast. It costs 20 nature gems. I don't really have a nature income. But if I get more nature income, I could Gift of Reason those guys, and then Thug them out. And they'll be good at just sitting there and soaking up a bunch of the assassin problems I have. You know, if I have 2 of them going with my army, especially if they don't have miscellaneous slots and I can use them to kind of harvest water bottles, it would be really useful. So I don't know. That's kind of wishful thinking. Still have not gotten the event here. It is year 5, and I've been sitting on this basically since mid-year 2. Plus or minus a few turns. So that's pretty frustrating. Any other news? We had some events. Lost some gold. That's unfortunate. There's going to be a barbarian attack here. So what do I do? Do I let it happen? I think I have to defend this turn. I think I'll let my fort be sieged by barbarians, and then I'll come back into it next turn. I've kind of got to come this way anyway, and I don't want to waste a turn. So I think we're going to defend here, hope he attacks. If he doesn't, so be it. One thing I haven't done is put 1 PD in all my provinces. Always a good thing to do. Any other events? We caught 1 scout. I think that's about it for exciting things. Yeah, that's about it. So, bad news all around. Net negative in death gems. Lost 40 death gems this turn, even with my income. But I won a big battle. I lost these guys, which was really upsetting, because even though I tested this a bunch in single player to make sure it would work, did not test the mountain survival part, because I figured, of course, you can retreat through mountains if you have mountain survival. Which just was not the case. Unless somehow no. I mean, my guys definitely had boots. So if we look when he ran, yeah, he wasn't attacked by anything, so I don't know. Really, really, really annoying. I might not play this map again. Just, there's a few of these with the mountain passes. There's one up here too. And it's kind of cool. There's one here too. It's kind of cool that there's provinces you can only get to with mountains. So it makes it more interesting. But I don't know. It's not being very fun. And part of it's because I'm kind of losing this conflict with this province, but I don't know, it's cool, it adds flavor. But I've played this map before, and this province was super annoying. I played it before, and this province was super annoying. It's always super annoying. But I guess that adds kind of niche uses for units you might not otherwise use. But it's not cool having a 5 Dominion throne in a province you can't access right next to your capital. So, probably don't like it in net. But I really like this map. It's beautiful. So that's kind of where we are. Hoping to force a battle here. I'll probably get assassinated to all sorts of hell. But I've got a lot of troops with me, so hopefully they'll soak up some of the assassination. Maybe I win a couple of them. Don't like fighting in heat because assassins in heat get the water elementals, which are better than the ice elementals. Yeah, that's basically it. I have a feeling Asphodel's going to attack me. Well, I don't know. So this actually way smaller. It looks as big. It's 670, but it's smaller. So he may be pulling his forces out, because it was 1,400 not too long ago. I sent Asphodel a message last turn asking if he was going to attack, because I have to keep this army here defending until he does, and I really, really, really want to move this army underground, but I can't. Even then, it'll be risky. So, I would probably move it here, and then maybe come back. I'd probably bounce back and forth between here, because I need something to kind of defend this area. So Nazca's coming to attack. It's only 250 dudes. He can sit on top of a fort. I don't really care. We'll kill him eventually. Anything really worth saying here? No, I don't think so. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.